NERDSoul.
Yeah, late ill kid at OneYoungsta holding it down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, and let's go. Welcome to Soultaku. We talking about some anime up in this joint, getting a good, a good little something in right now. And we talking about Fire Force. Now, I wanted to drop something that I really thought was cool about Fire Force. First, I want to give a shout out to Coop of Blurtish, because this is a show that I was on the fence about, still on the fence about, but there are some things on here that I've thought were cool, and they've done a big thing that I think many other properties should do and they never do, and I don't know why, because it would be awesome for them to do it. But anyway, here we go. In Fire Force Season 2, Episode 16, the episode name is Mind Blown. The Fire Force, the Company 8, and then Hajime is, doing these little experiments on the kids. And Fire Force shows up, Company 8 shows up to kind of like shut everything down, save this kid, and get, of course, their embedded asset, aka Leak and Shinra, out of there. But then the evangelists, the white clad people show up. So now what we have is a three-way battle. And this is something that I say they should do in a lot of properties. Because at first, I'll be honest, at first I thought Hajime was just a front for the evangelists, but apparently they're not in this episode. I mean, I guess they have laid down the gauntlet that they are not cool with each other. But the thing here is, when you set up a world where there are different interested parties in a similar thing, you make the conflict more vibrant and rich, and therefore making the story through the interpersonal relationships of these three different groups or three different people more rich and more interesting, because all of them want this certain thing for different reasons, and all of them think that they are right. So, this only makes the conflict that they're coming up with even more exciting. So, for instance, they're fighting on the grounds of Hajime. And while they're fighting, you have, the young lady looking between Hajime and also looking at, Haumea and the white clad basically being like, okay, should I align myself with the Hajime lady for just a couple seconds so that we can get the white clad out of the way? Or should I align myself with the white clad just in this moment to get Hajime out the way? Or should I kind of like fade back and see if they can hopefully kill each other? You know what I'm saying? So there's a very, delicate dance that's played in these kind of conflicts. You know what I'm saying? Because you always have people that feel that either the enemy of my enemy is my friend, or the enemy of my enemy is still my enemy, but how long until they're also my enemy? You know what I'm saying? Or until I'm back on the hot seat kind of thing. So I really dig this part, and like I said, I think Star Wars should have done this a long time ago. I think, that Star Trek, even though they kind of do it from time to time, I think there's a lot of properties that should do this. Even to other anime properties. I think other anime properties should pick this up, because things are not always just black and white. And if they are black and white, there can be different parties on the black and white side, but just for different reasons. So for instance, the argument could be, hey, you're doing the right thing, but for the wrong reasons. Or you're doing the wrong thing, but for the right reasons. And then you can have that disconnect and that conflict between both of them. So there's a whole bunch of cool things that could go on when you have a setup like this. And I really think that this is something that we should see more of. So, of course, I thought Fire Force wasn't all that, and it's not my favorite anime, but there are some things even from this that I think is dope, that I think is awesome. I will say this real quick, because Coop was like, oh, you like Ogun or Ogun, you like him, and that's cool. And I'm like, yeah, don't get me wrong. It's cool that there's a brother in there, but they still played the brother low. Basically, he was there just to waste time so that the hero could come in and do his thing. We still need to see the brother have his own autonomy, have his own hero moment, not basically just wasting time until the hero gets back. But that's a whole nother thing. We ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to break that down. But the issue with Natsuko, either one, the issue surrounding this is something that I thought was really cool and that, is worth highlighting, because a lot of times, we don't get a chance to say what we like about something that we don't like. For instance, I won't say that I don't like Fire Force, but I'm not head over heels for it. But I saw something that they did in here that I think is awesome, that I've been telling properties and saying that properties should do for a very, very, very long time. So with that said, guys, holla at me. I'm going to holla at you down in them comments. Let's talk Fire Force, man. I am actually watching it. I don't super cover it, but I am watching it. So until the next time, this is from me to you saying peace.